Good morning. Voice? Hello, voice? We're doing the voice thing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you want to be. Happy watching this. Risk of Soccer coming at you with some more Risk of Rain 2. I haven't, talked in a couple of days, so maybe, my voice is gonna be all, it's gonna be all cracky and, fucked up. So, cause, that's always fun. That's the funnest of the most fun. We're gonna be doing, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to unlock, Artificer's alt skin, I think. And that'll be a start. We'll do that. But we need to set the difficulty. Okay, it's gotta be at Monsoon. And I need artifacts on, because otherwise we have no chance. And I want a chance. So command and sacrifice, kin and swarms. I think that should do it. We're gonna give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Now, I know that Kronos recommended Icicle for me, but unfortunately the problem with Icicle is that you actually have to hit things, and I'm not good at that. I'm not really great at hitting things, so I'm gonna stick with Nanobomb, and hopefully that'll get us where we need to go. Now, I'm hoping that Swarms will get us a lot of items, and Kin will make it a little bit easier to do the teleporter events. I'm not 100% sure, but I've got my fingers crossed. Basically. Now, do I really need to kill all these things? Probably. Give me my items. That's all I want is items. They would be neat. I need more toys to play with, is the thing. See, we're toy light at the moment. And that's not gonna get us where we need to go. Look at all of these Dudemars. Now, if we just, if we float, I think we'll survive, basically, is what we're gonna go for. I'm big on surviving, is the thing. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that, but we'll give it a shot. Give it the best shot that we can. Hello, Kabutops. They're so cute. I hate killing them. I feel so bad. They're like, we're just friendly Kabutops here. You don't have to kill us, and I know I don't have to, and yet I do. Where's the Risk of Rain where we get to befriend all of the enemies? I think that I'd like that. I think that's Pokemon. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that might be Pokemon. Risk-friendly enemies. Toys? Toys? No toys for me? Why? What have I done to not deserve any toys? Clearly, somehow I have earned this. Ah, there's a toy. Yay, toys! No, don't... Kabutops, did you need to do that? Probably. I was probably... I was Kronos! How you doing? It is a pleasure as always. I hope that life is treating you as gently as you deserve. And that your eye meets are... standard. As standard as we can expect. In these grueling days. We're shooting for the alt skin on Artificer. I was talking earlier about how you'd given me advice, and it was good advice, about using Icicle. Except I have no actual ability to hit things, so I'm not using the Icicle. The nanobomb just kind of just hits everything, is the thing. That was a lot of glacial beetles. Why did you... I don't know why I did that. I don't know, and I don't really care either. We survived, that's the important thing. But sometimes, like, the jetpack kicks in, and sometimes it doesn't. That's fair. The beauty of Artificer Secondary is that either option deals the exact same amount of damage. That's good to know. I didn't realize that. Mostly I want everything to explode. And that should help, actually. Bazap. Could we bazap? I think we could. Now there's a lot of toys, and I want all of them. Crowbar is delightful. Soldier's syringe is okay. I guess we'll go with some gasohol. Maybe shades? Now I could go for the BFG, but I have a feeling that being able to use my my attack more often is probably going to help out in the end. Also, I don't know why I shot off like the rockets. There was no purpose for that. Missile launcher is beautiful, and I love it. And we will do the Trial of the Mountains because, you know, I'm sure that will work out for the best. What could possibly go wrong? Only everything. Basically, it's usually how that works out. How is life treating you today, Kronos? Is it everything that you could hope for and more? We're almost at the end of this blighted and benighted year, and that's good. I want to see this year stop. I mean, personally, I know that some folks might have had a good year, but although I don't really understand how that's possible. I apparently see, I've been playing The Last of Us, and the interact button is triangle, which is not the interact button here. Okay, blast off. As well as usual, I think. Been working on that last drawing I talked about a few days ago. Oh shit. Hold on a second. What? Wait, what? 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 Why did we die? Why did we... What? I guess... I am slightly disappointed by how that turned out. Ludo! Osu! How you doing, Ludo? Also, I'm very looking forward to the last drawing that you were talking about, Kronos. Ludo, we died to jellyfish, and that is the amount of shame in that is, it's a lot. I feel ashamed. It shouldn't work out like that. And yet it did. It was. That was reality. I hate it. Okay, I saw sparklies over here. And I would like them. But I would also like toys. I'm not sure what I was thinking. It's got 3 characters with different poses, despite doing stag shots for like the past 2 months. You've got this, Kronos. Like it's super squared. Thank you for all the crowbars. I would love more crowbars. Thank you. Honestly, like really, if the Christmas presents, just get me something like heavy and metal that I could use to bonk someone if necessary, and I will be quite pleased. Alright, let's do this though. Let's do this for real. Speaking of presents, I got Persona 5 shirt as a gift. Wait. Eh? Chotomate. I'm reading your words, but I'm not parsing them correctly. You got a shirt, but it's Persona 5 vanilla as a shirt. I mean, okie dokie, but also kind of weird. But it's a shirt. That's the thing that I'm getting hung up on here, Kronos. Like, how does one differentiate Persona Vanilla from P5 Royal when it's in shirt form? Like, is Morgana extra bitchy on this shirt? Because that was like one of the big things that I remember. Has the original main cast on the base. Okay. So, like, not Acrobat Girl, I guess, would be what we're going with there. Give me all of your knives. I'm big on the knives. Acrobat Girl is she's the character that's added in Royal. Alien Head. I do not know this Alien Head, but the next time that we get a red item, I will give it a look. Yeah, like, I forget her name. She's got cuts all base cooldowns by 25%. Ooh, that is really good. That's very good. We'll definitely be looking for that. If we get another red item, which is, like, not impossible, but unlikely, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, I am in love? Oh! Farming? We've got farming. We've got total farming action. It's gold. I'm here for it. We only need to get to 500-ish. And that's doable. But yes, I wish they'd make an original model for the gold altar. It would be nice. I could see that being cool. The character I'm thinking of is she's kind of shoehorned in the Persona 5 Royal, and like there's a lot going on with her entire storyline. Like everything about her is it's a lot. It's a lot, and not necessarily good. Damn, these daggers are just, they're going to town, and I love them. I respect reusing assets if they're differentiable, like with the gold altar. I mean, at least you can see that it is different. But I can kind of dig where Kronos is coming from. Maybe wanting something like that is more clearly itself. Everything just dies. I'm not even needing to do anything, and I love it. There we go. A golden orb. Understandable, but I think we go a bit further. Even the icon is identical, it just glows a bit brighter. Which at a glance could be mistaken for a Shrine of Chance. Not unfair. It's not Ludo. I mean, there's a close word that I think gets us to where we're going, but wait, it is? I've learned a new thing. You've taught me something today, Ludo, and I appreciate that. I'm always ready to learn. I am frequently wrong about things. It is, though it sounds excessive enough to convince one that it isn't. My English AHS surpassed the English of native speaker. I feel galaxy brain. I mean, you are though, Ludo. Galaxy brain in the house, in his house, even. Also, everything just once again just died, and I'm adoring this. I have the chance to just open things up without worrying about being killed. I think it's possible, not guaranteed, but possible that we might actually get the alt skin. And that would be nice. I would be down with that. I guess it made sense to me as a word because of the German differenzieren. Differenzieren. I mean, it sounds very classic, the German. I'm sure I'm mangling the pronunciation, by the way. I haven't listened to any Rammstein in a while, so my ability to pronounce German correctly is probably at a low ebb. Alright, now we want, like, we basically just want 10 stacks of everything. You have better German pronunciation than the Japanese voice actress for Asuka, so I think you're good. That's... I mean, you know... Oh, fuck. Okay, this is not good. This is bad. This is so bad. Oh, fuck. Okay, of all the enemies they could have given us on this stage, these are bad enemies to have. We might be okay because of the daggers, but she's supposed to be German, but her pronunciation is atrocious. I mean, it's a mood. Not wrong, Kronos. You're not wrong. But if all the golems like just open up with their eyeball lasers, we could be in a situation, and it wouldn't be a good one. It would be a bad one. I just assume German is pronounced horrendously in all anime. I'm trying to think of other characters that I know offhand speak German in anime, and I'm not like coming up with anybody. So it's just Asuka. She's the outlier. Now, I can't think of many examples where they actually use German expats, but there are tons of German words in naming convention. That's a good point. Ludo, you do have a good point there. Speaking of which, Ava 1.0 and 3.0 is pretty soon. What a fantastic... Wait. Hold on a second. Kronos, are you... Is that for real? Is that the title they're going with? That makes me feel all kinds of things, and they're not very good. I might watch the other remakes so I have context. I've got to watch 3 again, because I don't remember anything from 3. And I know that some folks have got some very strong feelings about it. At this point, you could call it Neon Genesis Evangelion douchebag, and people would throw money at it. I mean, you know. Yeah. It's Anno. They're gonna throw all the money in the world at Anno. Unironically though, it reminds me of CZ, where I named the secret level episode 1.0 parentheses 5. Yeah, but Kronos, that was classy. Like, there's class in that. I'm not feeling a lot of class from Evangelion. See, I'm European, so CZ just means check to me. I don't believe that we played the story on stream, although I feel like we should. CZ is Chapter 0, and it is Kronos's to-date opus. Extremely solid adventure for Little Big Planet, and we really should play through it, I think, on a stream. That might be worth the time invested. I consider Supercharged to be my opus, but hey, I'm okay. If you would rather us consider Supercharged as an opus, but I do think that CZ is very opus-esque. It is in the vicinity of Opus Hood. It's really good. I think we lost that episode to the before. I'd have to check, but I think that might have been one that I looked at previous to everything. So I should redo that. With my next project, I'm hoping it'll take the crown, though, given that it's the project I've been wanting to do since the LBP1 era. Are you talking about demo, or I mean, what demo is connected to? Because, like, that's I don't think so. Maybe? I'm pretty sure these are orange. So those are utilities. I would love some yellow items, because I really want Molten Protector, because Molten Protector is the bomb. Yeah, unfortunately, like, we're not getting those items. Demo is so good. Kronos, it's so good. I'm very excited to see the total package. I might even actually be able to complete it, you know, because we did beat the level 3. It'll literally beat my Neko Navy of LBP. And a well-deserving title. Why did I do that? That was not what I didn't... Fine. I mean, it's done? Neko gravy. It does not sound delicious, Ludo. Unfortunately, like, I think Neko gravy is pretty low on the deliciosity scale. No, it's just me. I don't know. I mean, some people might want gravy made from cats. Who would I be to judge? I recommend one Hopo to avoid ground combat. Okay. We could do that. I just want my fat stacks. I think that's, that would be good for us. Might not be a bad idea to invest in some goat hoops as well. Just to kind of, like, be able to move. Movement is, it seems to be key. Although, honestly, these daggers are, they're carrying us. And I think if we get the alt skin, it'll probably be down to the daggers. They are, they're the jam? You don't really spread jam with the dagger, but quite possibly. Now, this is one of the places where I've actually found the artifact key. And see if I can't find it again. Because it's kind of neat. There we go. Oh gosh. Look, I was showing off stone golems. Got a nice little artifact key right here. I think this is sacrifice? Yeah, all triangles and a diamond. So that's like one of 3 out of 16. I've found 3 of the artifact keys on my own. Which I think is pretty neat. But that's just me. Just give me more toys. I just want more toys. They are not like it's very non-Santa here, and I think that it needs to be more Santa. I think we need to Santa up. That's a start. I have 3 more of the lens crafters classes, and then we got our fat stack. The first Harvester's Scythe and Predatory Instincts gives 5% crit rate chance each. Ooh. And those are both, like, solid-on items? Yes! Yes, yes. I mean, we need actual green drops. We haven't gotten any of those yet, but with luck, a couple will show up. Why? It's not triangle. You're not playing The Last of Us. As surprising as that might be, seeing as we are a monster. I don't think attack speed benefits Artificer very well. Interesting. Okay. Then maybe not going in... Shatterspleen is so good. It's so good. Maybe not going all in on the soldier syringes would be okay. So we want green drops, honestly. Like we're just not getting them. If anything, you should be shooting for backup mags. Huh. Okay. I could definitely put a little bit of time into backup mags. Oh, because they'll get us extra nanobombs. And nanobombs are good. They are the gem. Alright, so there's our Hopo Feather. So we no longer have to worry about ground combat. I kind of wish they were, like, spawning a little bit more quickly. Even though that would be more dangerous for us, just so that we could kind of, you know, do this thing that we're trying to do. Because that's the one downside to farming, is that it's, well, farming. And it kind of takes a while. This is true. This is true. That's the upside to farming, is like we don't get killed quite as quickly. Like it's basically a safe way to get a bunch of items, but it's not, you know, it's not like the most fun thing in the world. Honestly. Oh crumbs. I want to look at the LSRS, but I also want to not die. So give me a second here. I think they should have a hidden slider for areas like this that resets when you leave. Oh shit. That boy had the hops. Subscriber art. I saw, by the way, the OC doodle that you put up on Twitch, and not Twitch, that you put up on Twitter, and is right here, and I like that character's dress a lot, and the whip seems like it's coming along. They are in fact posed, and posing is good. Now there was a green. Okay, so we got our green. And that's gonna be Harvester's Scythe? I think? Yeah. The dress is so nice, the same can't be said for the amount of research I put into it. But, Do you mean to say that you put in too much or too little research? I'm slightly confused. Which, I mean, granted, is pretty normal for me, but even still. How much longer am I gonna do this? I googled a star map because I don't know my astrology. That's fair. I don't either. I suppose I could check with the astrologizing. The stargazing, basically, is what we're going for here. Now we need one more lens crafters. Good. I want to make sure that we get our glasses cheap. Personally, I like to believe that some of the best things happen because of something completely silly or insignificant. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong, Kronos. I would say a fair amount of my life has hinged on the silly and insignificant. It's how I ended up here. So, you know, there's that. I have so much money. In game. Like, not in real life, but in game. I don't know if we're strong enough to really push it, is the problem. Because I'd hate to do this farming and then have it just end up being for naught. That would be pretty much trashed here. Well, I mean, we could start it up, but we don't want to start it up too hard, because then the dudes will pop up, but they'll be invincible. Pack guillotines, maybe 3 or 4. That'll be the next thing that I put on the list. The 4th beacon spawns the boss. Gotcha. So 3 is safe. Now what else do we want? I don't know. Armor? The boss doesn't do the laser until the last beacon is bought. This is a good thing to keep in mind. I think what we'll do is we'll hold out until we can get 3 or 4 guillotines. And then we'll blast off. And AP rounds sound pretty good, so we'll grab those as well. Please, all my load-bearing, and by load-bearing I mean item-bearing golems, spawn for me, babies. It's okay, you can spawn. They're shy, which I totally understand. Like, I've been there. But you know, at the end of the day, they're gonna have to blossom. They're gonna have to come out of their shells. Although, since they're golems, they're basically all shell. Give me my green items. Why must you be so stingy? So Scrooge-like? Is this not the Yuletide? Dost thou not know the meaning of the season? Which is to give me toys? Fudge. Do we go for it? Do we just throw caution to the wind and run for it? I mean, I'm starting to think maybe we do. Why must you tease me so? Just one guillotine. Just one would be okay. I would totally just be down with it. You know, fuck it. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and if it turns out to be a terrible idea, then it does. I don't care. I have no patience. Yikes! You're on stage 3, you can nab guillotines on the way. I mean, you're not wrong. Oops! Womp womp. They all died. Oh shit, I got a log! Look at that! I got log. We're not doing squid polyps. I mean, I know where you're coming from with the squid polyps. Oh, Panda! I thought that you were gonna be, I thought you were out of town. It is wonderful to have you here, and I hope that you're doing very well. We got a squid polyps, but we didn't, because not gonna do the squid polyps? Mobile app! What more must I demand of the squids before I'm satisfied? I'll never be satisfied. Like, that's... you know, the satisfaction is the first step to dying. And as has been established, I can't die? It's not triangle. Disco, it's not triangle. I'm on my phone data, having an extremely mixed time. I'm sorry to hear that you're having a mixed time. I'm very glad that you dropped in though. It does always mean a lot. Also, giant pack of the dead. You know, because that's a thing. Oh shit! Oh fuck! 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 I'm not dying here. That's not acceptable. Obliteration or Moon Man? It could be either? I wish I could, like, just set on the giant's shoulders. Grab 2 topaz brooches. Okie dokie. I could do that. I got nothing. Oh, excuse me? I'm sorry, but who hit me for like half my health? Hold on, I wanna check this. Seems like an important thing. Panda says my brother apparently wants to talk about autism stuff with me. Seems like I get more support within the family politics for my nefarious agenda. Okay. I mean, I support your nefarious agenda. I hadn't realized that you had a nefarious agenda, so, you know, there's that. We learn new things every day. I'm glad your brother is being supportive. I mean, I hope that this is supportive talk from your brother and not like he's a jerk talk. Also, again, like, why do I keep on taking so much damage? I don't like that. And what are we going for here? Oh, guillotines. Hi. The guillotines are important for us in our quest to get new clothes, basically. can't wait to go out into the snow for groceries for 10 minutes. You could stay here in the warm with us, Ludo. I would not make you. Oh my God, we've got elder Lemurians. This could be very bad. And by very bad, I mean, oh wow. Hi, excessively. It's winter outside. I mean, yes, but it sounds like suck. I'd rather that you were warm and toasty. Okay, let's just get this over with as quickly as humanly possible. This is 100% doable. This is doable, as the French would say. I mean, they're glacial. Whatever. Glacial ain't shit. In before they bring in a Abyssal Depths boss, and it has an Elder Lemurian moveset. I'd rather not. That sounds terrible, Kronos. That's Snowist. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to be Snowist, Ludo. I would like you to keep all your fingers and toes, which means not being in the cold, harsh realm of snow. Honestly, I'm fine with Hopo bringing back pretty much everything that is in Cremator. Cremator is awful, and I hate it. So I would also be glad not to see Cremator return. Okay, I need you to go away though. Any moment now would be great. If you just died, thank you. Maybe being Swiss gives me frost resistance because I don't really mind. Okay, but only if you keep all of your parts. If you're losing parts, then it's not forgivable. The timing is impeccable, Panda. It must have been a weighty message to eat up all of your data like that. But if you do need to bounce, Panda, I'm super glad that you dropped by, and don't worry about it. Didn't lose any parts so far. Oh, we've got Lemurians again. How is that even fair? Okay, no, but really though, how is that even fair? I don't want double Lemurians. Funnily enough, Hopo said in an interview that a sizable chunk of memorable moments players experience in games are full of BS, which is where they classified Cremator, and is one of the reasons they never balanced it. Well, I mean, you know, it still sucks. Roguelikes do not equal fair. 100% true, Ludo. And that's why I have no qualms about just abusing the systems that they put in my way. For example, Hopefully there won't be any elder Lemurians in this farming zone. I'm not actually going to farm very much in this area. I just didn't want to do the teleporter event. Anyways, my nefarious plot to be a pretty lady is moving forward slowly, which is giving me life. Panda, that is fucking awesome. I mean, the slow part is maybe frustrating. I don't know, like, how you are feeling about this, but the forward part, the moving forward part is fucking awesome. You'll be the prettiest lady at the dance. I only qualify that, like, with the future tense will, because I don't know that I've seen any pictures of you. You may already be the prettiest lady at the dance, in which case, like, Bonza? That's Australian. I was speaking Australian for the benefit of Panda. How dare you try to be a pretty lady? I'm shaking my fist in the air. I did it again. Why do I keep on thinking that triangle is the button that I need? I don't find Scavenger to be all that much BS, honestly. I mean, absolutely can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but not like super bad. Not like Cremator bad, because Cremator is just... Cremator's annoying, honestly. Oh, that sounds terrible. Kronos, that does sound absolutely terrible. I'm already very pretty. I just need to get the lady part down. That's a mood. That's total mood. But we are behind you, and we are supporting your success, which you will have, because otherwise it just, the world would be unforgivable. Oh crap. Okay, things shooting me. I need them to not, though. Literally the moment they throw the orbs and had Sea Dagger, you were basically dead. Oh god. Panda, I like that. I like the supervillain feel that you got going on there. And to the extent that we can, we would like to support your plans and make them even more futile to try to stop. I gotta go before the Australian phone network melts under all this streaming action. Panda, have a wonderful time, and be safe, and don't melt. Like, melting is, we don't want to do that. That's a mistake. Look, things keep on shooting me, and that's not good. This is the only time ever that they don't give me any fucking keys. Usually I've got like 6 bajillion keys that I don't even know what to do with. Please, game, work with me. I don't know your experience with scavengers thus far, but there are a handful of combinations that can ruin a run if you're looking away. Generally, I only have seen scavengers when I've been looping, and, like, usually I've just completely stacked out by that point. Like, I blink and the scavenger is already dead. So that probably colors my perception. Fuel cells and missile launchers, oh god. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Okay, but actually, lasers, we're not down with the lasers. Thank you. Also BFG plus anything. Yeah, that's fair. Oh shit! Hi. Why was I suddenly not alive? Those were not the words that I wanted, but they were ish. Just give me my effing keys, please. This is terrible, and it was an awful mistake. Just coming here was not the right idea. Are you gold? Please? Fuck. Everything die. More quickly. Oh jeepers. Oh fuck. Oh jeepers and fuck. This is not the result that I wanted. I hate everything. Oh, I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, you fucking fuck. Oh. I hate it. Probably. That's the worst. That's the blurst. The absolute. That's like poodles. Just rain of poodles in the chat. Fun fact: the key drop rate used to be affected by luck, but with the introduction of purity, that is no longer the case. Okay. Should have packed a bit of bears. Bears? I guess? Oh my god, I am so pissed off. I mean, I'm not because it's hilarious, but I am because it sucks. Oh, tough times. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Bears would have helped. But we got a monster log. So that's the thing. Oh, we don't have a story for the monster log yet. I'm disappointed. Look at that face, though. And it's got palm trees. The lore for the Gold Titan is in the Halcyon Seed. Yeah? Oh, there we are. Brother, what is this? Why is it misshapen and weak? Was there an error in my design? Guardian, come to me. Allow me to see your construction. So I see. These are not the correct ratios. This is no minor error, brother. You have purposely deviated from the design. For what purpose have you done this? You cannot weave a construct from such an abundance of soul. You know it is too unstable, that it is too unpredictable and too frail. I have told you this, and yet you have wasted the materials I have gathered and exhausted your own strength to fabricate this miscreation. To what benefit? At its best, it can be no more than an inferior servant. It is deficient in the compounds that were to give it fortitude and strength. At its worst, it will betray us. You have created the first being of this world which threatens us. We cannot keep it here. Attempting to destroy it will risk its retaliation. I'll prepare one of the vaults for it to be sealed away while it is young and naive. What a foolish mistake you have made, brother. I expect you to return the design to me. I cannot allow you to build another construct with so much power and with such little control. I will build the rest of our guardians by my hand. They will be weak, but at least they will be loyal. Go home. I will deal with this creature. We can discuss a better project for you when I return. Damn! Damn! Just laid it right out there. I'm gonna take like a really quick break. About 5 minutes or so. Grab myself a little bit of orange juice. I have orange juice now. And probably a cigarette, because I could use one of those. But if you need to use the next couple of minutes for a stretch, soup, sandwich, barter. Bruh, it's too strong. What the hell, man? I'm gonna put it in the vault. But I will be back in just 5 minutes. Alright, we are back. It's interesting to think about what the alternate ending will be. We haven't heard a peep from Nikuro recently, especially since it seems to be the source of Malachite corruption. Ooh. I have not read all of the lore yet. I've been kind of like doing it on and off. Alright, fresh from the pain that was that last run. And we're not, like, we're just gonna do it, I think. Just gonna rush it and see how that works out for us. No farming. None of that. Just gonna run as hard and fast as we can. And hopefully this time it'll work out better. Multi's lore is great. It's about a disgruntled worker teaching Multi how to flip off their boss. I have read Multi's. And it is a hoot. And really, who doesn't want to teach a robot to flip off their boss? Like, that... I mean, that's a relatable goal. Oh, we got red. Awesome. I like red items because they're ceremonial daggers. What can it possibly do in the next 14 hours? Destroy the world, basically. Wow, what is with all these green items? I love them. But can they have too much fun? Or is it just the perfect amount of fun? Because I'm thinking that they're having a well-balanced amount of fun. Definitely Sea Dagger. Because we love it. And... Crowbar? Let's go. Sticky Bomb one is so silly, but Shaped Glass is unbelievably badass. I'll have to check out Shaped Glass's lore on the next break. The next death. Oh, toys. Gotta grab the toys. Now, where are my sparklers? I think we do the Shrine of the Mountain, as much of a mistake as that might be. Because it's funny, basically. And oh, it's Claire! Hey, yo! How you doing? I hope that life is being very kind to you. I hope that is treating you with the gentleness that you deserve. Everything's dead. That worked out very well for us. Everything continues to be dead. I really like Sea Dagger. I think it's amazing. Getting some kiddo snuggles at the moment, I'm happy. That is wonderful to hear. You snuggle those kiddos. I was gonna say spoil them uproariously, but I don't think that's really the word that I want. While we're on lore, it turns out chests canonically require money to unlock. That's weird. Funny, but weird. Is this like a musing on ultra-capitalist society? Because it seems like that. As for monsters dropping money, Hopo said that's because video game. I think that's a fair answer to the question, actually. There's sometimes, like, you just have to give them the conceit. Although I like the idea that you're mugging the monsters, like you're actually pilfering their pockets, stealing their hard-earned cashes. Oh, it's imps. That could be a problem. Imps could conceivably be a problem. Not to mention the UES contact light, we're carrying some pretty shady goods, so a level of authentication makes a bit of sense. I mean, there does seem to be something shady going on in the captain's lore, especially. Like, I get the feeling that some kind of shady town was going on. Oopsies! All dead. Do we still have daggers flying around? Yes, we do. Oh no, dagger! Oh no, dagger indeed. I'm gonna pack a couple of bears. They're Build-A-Bears. They're very cute. I love ceremonial dagger. It is my best friend. Just killing the hell out of everything. And really, what more could you ask for in life? Do we need anything beyond our purple friend? I mean, it's a better purple friend than Barney the Dinosaur. So there's that. The daggers, they never run out of juice. Ow. Okay, Abyssal Depths. Where? We got imps again. And imps are dealable. They're far from the worst possible things that we could be fighting. They're so far from the worst that I'm going to trigger the Shrine of the Mountain. Because that's never turned out to be a bad idea. I want that, but I'm not gonna probably get it. Oh, never mind. Totally within our purchasing range. Glacial imps. Really though? Really? Is this what you throw at me? Game? I don't think the game, like, fully considered just how amazingly badass we actually are. Crowdfunder is pretty silly lore. It was used in a revolution between the rich and the common man, and the rich used crowdfunders. Did they deplete their resources and thus become poor? Because that would be awesome. Oh! Yeah, no, these are green. Never mind. I thought we got yellows. Because that would have been awesome. Well, Horde of Many can't drop boss items. Oh, I did not realize that. That's a good thing to keep in the back brain. Because that seems like something that I would want to know before doing Artifact of Kin. Now, I don't want to say that we've got this sewn up, because that's what I said last time, and then we died. But I feel like we're in a pretty good position. Except for Elder Lemurians, which are not great. Currently the only bosses that don't drop boss items are Soulless Control Unit and Scavengers. Huh. I would like you to not be alive anymore. I mean, honestly. Basically any of these things, if they could just die and start the chain of daggers, I think that would be great. There we go. Okay, dagger chain. Also, excuse me, but where did my sparklies go? Frozen enemies can be killed at a certain threshold. Huh. Okay, you're very strong, and I need you to not be alive anymore. This could be a bit of a problem. We might be in a spot. Oh god, oh crumbs. God darn it, just Lemurians? I swear, Lemurians. Should have ice walled. Ooh, that's a good point. As expected, this is about the crowdfunders, because I missed that bit. As expected, this plan failed spectacularly, and the losers are currently in hiding. That was Lemurians. Lemurians, really though. Now, what was Shape Glass? Shape Glass is the one that you said that was pretty badass? Unstructured glass from the heart of the moon, sung out in ethereal wisps over the course of 3 cycles. Pause. We fold time into its material twice. Our time and his, a cost he was willing us to pay, folded and shaped with a god's designs. He wields it in one of many great hands. The time we injected is unfolded in his grasp. Outputs quicken, muscles compress twice as many intentions, twice the ordered complexities folded upon themselves loop back into pairs. Time-dependent functions pause. He sunders a construct into 1,000 pieces, but time is fair. Microtears begin to uncoil in pairs, muscles begin to snap twice as fast. The cost of folded time, but he has plenty of time. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's a good one. The other one you recommended was sticky bombs? In the blaring heat, a silhouette could be seen hiding in the cool shade of a nearby cave. She was waiting for the sandstorm to pass. She heard a noise and turned around, recognizing another silhouette. It bounded into the cave with excitement. As the figure got closer, she alarmingly noticed the cargo. Whoa, what the hell? Why are you holding like 50 bombs? Get away from me! What? We need these! This planet is trying to kill us! You're a walking bomb! Those are so unstable. Get away! Where did you even find those things? I found an industrial 3D printer nearby, and it was assigned to the blueprints of these bombs. Awesome, right? Unlimited bombs! What materials? Huh? What materials did you put in? We barely had anything. I just put in everything. I like that. I like that. That's very, like, that feels very me. Alright, I'm going to take like another really quick break. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah, I remember you saying that sticky bombs used to be the bomb, and I kind of wish that I had been on board for that time period. But unfortunately, I think that was patched after I got it on hello, Brain. Brain is the thing. I think that was patched after I got it on PS4. I conceivably could have played that on PC, but my PC didn't want to run. My laptop didn't want to run Risk Rain 2 very well. Got patched in Scorched Acres way back. Yeah, so I would have had, like, an opportunity to play that version, but not really that well. Which is a shame. Now, picking up the Lemurians as a fight was not lucky for us. But hopefully we'll be able to get through this one. I think if we, like, just set up in the air, we should be relatively safe. We're probably not going to get another dagger, which sucks. If we're to be perfectly honest, the dagger was basically the majority of our success on the previous runs. So I'm guessing like 3 in a row is probably asking a bit much. Honestly, packing a bunch of gasoline should do the trick. Not nearly as effective though. Alright, well we give that a shot. Hopefully that'll do the trick for us. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Grab our missiles. Grab a crowbar. Some gasoline, some brooches. See if this gets us in the area that we need to be. Gotta have our ukulele. Because our music, by needs, must be electric. Cool. Let's see how this one works out. Mostly I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we don't get another passel of Elder Lemurians, because they are to suck. I think that's the scientific term. I think they're classified as to suck. Sparklies? Sparklies? Yes! Sparkly mode is enabled. Having a hopo combats elders really well. Huh. Alright. Well, we'll make Hopo the next green item for us. See how that works out. Pew! Oh god. Oh. We died in like an instant. I am not pleased. I'm significantly displeased. That was much faster than I wanted it to be. Fine. If the game's gonna be like that, the game's gonna be like that. It's okay. It's no problem. This is also gonna be a quick death. Artificer's jump is helpful, but makes you sitting duck in air combat. I mean, you're not wrong. You're 100% correct. I hate it, but it's true. Alright, we got Kabutops. Kabutops is a manageable foe. Honorable. I mean, filled with honor, honestly, but ultimately dealable. Beetles are the best outcome for us. They're the least likely enemy to kill us. Especially with our bounce. I need to get better with Ice Wall, because I never use it. And I'm feeling it's probably a lot more effective than I give it credit for. Is it weird I'm kind of cheesed that we're picking up so many green items? Like, I need those basic common items to actually kind of beef out the run. I use Icicle because it's helpful in taking down bigger mobs. That's a pretty good point, because they do kind of clump together. No, why did you do that? Bisco, why did you feel the need to do that? Grab ourselves a hobo. And more explodies? Despite dealing the same damage as Nanobomb, the freeze kill is where you're chunking the most of the damage. Huh. Alright. Well, if this run doesn't do it, I'll give Icicle a shot next. Oh, we got beetles again! Which means absolutely we should be doing the Shrine of the Mountain. Icicle enemies die at 30%. Wow. Okay. That is definitely a horse of a different color. An equine of a more various hue. As they say. Nobody says that. But if they were to say that, I wouldn't hold it against them. This basically absolves Artificer's need for guillotines. Huh. Now that's interesting. I could see that coming in quite handy. At least that's all the boss enemies. And then it's just mop up. Kinda wish this, the drone that we have wasn't sucking quite as hard as it is. May not be as helpful on controller, but when positioning Ice Wall, you'll automatically cast it when you sprint. Huh. I did not realize that that was a thing. Oh shit! Oh fuck, we didn't grab anything. Oh crap, 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 crap. Damn it! I hate it when the items get clumped up on the teleporter like that. Well, whatever. I guess that just sucks. Fuck. Didn't mean to break my ankles like that. I did get a time chest, but I've got like trying to kill me. Could you all just not? I want to open up my present. Shit. Fuck. This could be tricky. We might be in a position of trickiness. But that sure helped a lot. That worked out much better than I expected it to. Hopefully they'll add a select option in the content drop similar to Genshin or Gravity Rush. Question mark? I'm not sure I know what you mean when you say select option like that. Excuse the fuck out of me. I'm sorry, but why did we get killed? That was jank. That was just utter... When you have multiple items... Oh! Okay, I get ya. Shit, we're gonna die. Damn it. When you have multiple items clumped together, you can choose which one to interact with. think Kin is doing more harm than good, to be honest. You might be right. It might be worth, taking Kin off? We'll see how it works out here, I guess. I don't know how I'm feeling about, like, dropping off the nanobombs. Because now we're getting into that, like, I actually have to hit things to make them die. Which I think we'll all agree is not, like, a strong suit for me. Probably fine with bombs since you have the option to freeze either way. Yeah, I might go back to nanobombs. Holy crap! That's a lot of lasers. Very many of these lasers, and I don't know how I feel about the plethora, the sheer plethora of lasers going on here. Crumbs. Well, that was a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think I am better off just from my personal, like, skill level with nanobomb. Take off Kin and give that a shot. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get like a super solid run like we did earlier. Unfortunately. Like we've had a couple of really strong runs, but I don't think we're gonna get that lucky again. Why? Kronos, why? Why do you want to see me in pain? Be the queen! Do you know what I mean? Be the queen. Pew! I do have to say, I love the aerial bombardment aspect of playing Artificer. I wish I was better with her, because she seems like she should be a lot of fun. crap. I need you to be on fire, but I need you to be on fire always, is basically the thing I'm going for here. If you could always be burning, that would be great. I would like that a lot. Sweet zombie Jesus. Artificer's tough to balance. I often see the opinion that she's the worst character because of this. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say that she's the worst character, but like she definitely is tough for me to play. All right, everything's dead. Almost everything's dead. Now, I could have sworn there was like a blue orb that appeared, because they said a blue orb appeared, and yet I'm not seeing one. I feel like I've been lied to. Unless that was the last one. It might have been the last one. Actually, the more I think of it, yeah, I think it was. Crumbs. Chat log doesn't reset. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because sometimes we get like the soulless orb heads up, even though we've already died. Sparkles? Where are you? My sparkly friends. Soul of the Mountain? Yeah, it's a terrible mistake, so let's do it. As for tips on the jump move, I honestly wouldn't know. I use flamethrower. Really? I mean, that's a thing. I always find flamethrower to be a little bit more trouble than it's worth. Oh god, Dune Striders. We've got Dune Striders. We have many Dune Striders. This is so bad. This is terrible. This is the worst. If we why? What did we do to deserve this? Now, granted, 3 of them just died, so, I mean, that's cool. But, still... It was very filter-esque. Alright, that wasn't supposed to work out, but it did, and I love it. I figured that we were just gonna die, honestly. That was looking very death-tastic to me. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet. So I shouldn't be too excited, but at the same time, that was very exciting. Oh, gasohol! We gotta pick up some gasohol. Also whiskey. For flamethrower argument, that would be... Oh, crumbs. Hold on a second. Was not about to get killed by a Kabutops. Jump moves me out of the zone, which is time, and that I trust my strafe game enough. That's fair. Like, if it works with your playstyle, like if it fits the level of skill that you bring to the game, then 100%. If only, how could I have cut myself off so precipitously from the joy of the squid turret? What was I thinking? Clearly, I need to examine my priorities in life. But mostly, yes, just in life. And throw open my arms to the love that is the squid turret. Foolish. Truly foolish. Oh, did that imp overlord just commit suicide? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did that one also commit suicide? The sorrows of young Werther. The imp overlord. Feels like it has nothing left to live for. Does the item strat involve the squid turret? How about engineer plus stationary turrets, and all white items are fungus, while all green items are squid turrets? I mean... it's functional. I could see where you're going with that. I don't know how great it's gonna be, but you would have basically permanent squid turrets. Because the fungi will keep them from dying, if I recall correctly. Siren's Call. Ship Graveyard. This would be completely ruined by Mithrix. Oh, yeah, cause he's gonna steal all your junk. Cause Mithrix is a jerk. Oh, good, sparklies. On the other hand, like, Mithrix can't use the squid turrets, so, you know, that's a thing. Fucking magma worm. Fucking everything trying to kill me. Hi. Hi? I don't need. I hate magma worms. I mean, I love them, they're beautiful, but I can't freaking hit them. And that's the whole problem. Why are you playing over there, Magma Worm? The fight is here. We are fighting here. Honestly, though, I swear. It's like it doesn't even want to die. Look, you've only got 640 hit points left. Please, any time now. Thank you. Jerk. Honestly, though, magma worms, they do not consider other people's time. They're just like, whenever I feel like dying is when I'm gonna die. Like, we should all have your confidence, Magma Worm. Is everything dead? Oh, crap! Okay, not. Actually. Thank you. Grab. Oh, shit! Fucking! You... What an asshole! It just snuck up on me. I could have died. With death. Oh, shit! Fuck! Fuck everything. And there's a wisp just hiding up there. You've got to be shitting me. Why is everything still alive? Hi! Are we all... Is everything gone now? Can I pick up my toys in peace? Whew. That was a lot. I suggested Squid Pulp should function like stealth kit, and I stand by that. Do you mean like it should trigger off of heavy damage? Because that would actually be pretty cool. I would be far more interested in Squid Polyp if that's how it acted. Hey, Magma Worm. Magma Worm's just chilling over there. Just doing its thing. I would be far more interested in Squid Polyp if it acted like that. If that's how it functioned. As it stands now, it just, like... It doesn't really do it for me. Oh, hey, Orb of Doom. That sucked, by the way. I'm putting it out there. That was terrible. Wow. I didn't enjoy that at all. That was exquisitely unfun. Now I'm gonna need everything else to just die immediately. That would be good. If everything just... What the fuck? Hi, I guess? If this does happen, I hope it's blacklisted for Mithrix. This item would ruin any melee characters. The Solus died. The Solus, like, just took a big, steaming death explosion. But I don't know why we just died, and I'm kind of cheesed about that. Now, I am going to take one last 5-minute break, and I don't know if we're going to do Artificer again. My healing game is terrible, apparently. I don't know what character we're going to do. I don't think we're going to do Artificer. I might screw around with Mercenary a little bit, just to kind of get a feel for their moveset. But that will be in mere moments, and I will be right back. Just, I mean, like... If you do Artificer again, I suggest maybe 2 razor wires. If not, take this advice for off-stream attempts. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I like Artificer is the problem. I just did that last death. I'm pretty cheesed off about that last death. Also, I'm a little bit cheesed off about the video quality. We seem to be on poor video quality, and that's not great. I would go so far as to say that that's bad. I mean, most of your hits taken in the air from stuff like wisps, so razor wire would clean them up without you looking at them. That's... I like that. I could be down with that. That was just it was a poor death. And the run was going pretty well. So I'm lightly cheesed. Oh, crumbs. Gotta get my toys. That was almost a terrible mistake. If anything, getting hit by a blazing attack would only help at that moment. Plus, razor wire killing in bulk would synergize well with brooch. Ooh. This is true. These points that you're making are all true. Alright, now we are hurting, and that's bad. We're gonna go with bad. Now, luckily, jump takes us out of range of the Titan's beam. Sort of out of range, not perfectly so. But largely so. Fuck, you got a wisp. Thank you. Excuse me, jump is supposed to take me out of range of your beam. Jerk. Hope they add an arms race item to this game. Would love to see healing drones fire rockets. God, that would be nice. That would be awesome. I would be down with it. Now, where might sparklies be at? From what I noticed, sprinting in general lowers the chance of the laser landing. Ooh. I have not tried multiplayer yet. So it took a couple hours to get through it before we died, but that was because neither of us knew what we were doing. That's the best kind of multiplayer, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that there's cross-platform, unfortunately. And I am on PS4, and I don't think anyone else is. It would be nice if the new update brought cross-platform play. Although I don't have my hopes too high for that. Ooh, I did not know that. Claire, I would be interested at some point. It's good with friends, bad with basically anyone else. Again, like kind of a mainstay of multiplayer. Well, the sparklies though. Where did our sparklies go? I would be delighted, Claire. I have to set up a time that would be amenable for everybody. But that does sound like an awful lot of fun. So they're not that way. I know that they're not that way. Also, that stone golem just took that jump like a champ. I wonder if they'll make B-side maps of the other areas. It sounds like an awful lot of work if they do. With some of the maps, they don't have a B-side? Actually, where the heck is this, where is our sparklies? Yes! We'll have to we'll work out some kind of time frame. Hopefully when you're not asleep. Only stage 1 has alternate maps at the moment. Huh. If I recall, this was made by a different team. Interesting. At least the razor wire's coming in handy. But if we don't find this exit, then we might be in some trouble. Also, I'm not farming the void fields. Just I'm in before. I figured it'd probably be best just to get our exhortations where they need to be. Hobo has 6 people now, so while the idea isn't exactly within immediate reach, it's a lot more likely than before. Os! Hive, welcome back! Or wherever you were, I'm not sure, but we're glad that you're here. You missed some, a couple of good runs and a few spectacularly bad runs. So I don't know if that's like good timing or terrible timing. Now that we've got our razor wires, I think Jar of Wisps and Ukes probably where we want to be. And that should basically kill most everything. I am gonna go for shaped glass, and that's a terrible mistake, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Ukulele's a low priority for the Artificer. Interesting. Is it because Nanobomb has got the burst effect already tacked on? Artificer's hit count isn't very high, which is what Uke thrives off of. Huh. Alright. That's something to keep in mind then, because I do tend to, like, stack Ukes. And if that's not really something that's going to help out, I should probably keep that in mind. Oh, that's what's making the robot noise. It's brass contraptions. The only essential items throughout all characters are hopo and glasses. Huh. I actually pick up glasses as a bit of an afterthought, so maybe I should be investing more in them. Alright, that's one dead Beetle Queen. I'm perfectly okay with that. And that's two. Lovely. Knowledge is for nerds. I mean, I like knowledge. It's fun shaped. Oh god. I am not getting killed by freaking jellyfish again. That's unacceptable to me. Beetle Queen has some really cool animations. Shame it gets stomped by every single being alive. You know, Beetle Queen tries. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. And you're right, Hive, sometimes knowledge can be cursed. Like the fact that the lead actress from The Blob was also the evil girl in Saw. That's something I didn't need to know, and yet I do. And was also the evil girl in The Stand. Because Stephen King, like, doesn't really like women, I think. He has issues. Mr. King, he's got, you know, a couple of issues. Crowbar. And let's just get more wisps. Repulsion plates. Oh. I should have read that sooner. I've acquired that knowledge as well, Hive, and kind of wish I didn't, but... With glass on, burns are deadly. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Alright, then repulsion plates it is. Eventually. Like, when they show up, we'll do the plates. Fables, the comic book series, is a pro-Israel allegory. That I did not know. Fables is the, it's like the edgy take on children's stories? Am I remembering that right? Okay. That's... I mean... not a huge loss for me. I wasn't, like, a big fan of Fables. I think I only read maybe the first couple of collected, like, graphic novel sets. I'm trying to remember the last, like, comic creator news that really disappointed me. I think it was the dude from Transmet being... like, I don't remember if he was a harasser or if he was a full-on sex pest. I think he might have been a serial harasser, which is its own form of sex pest, but that was a disappointment. Although, like, in retrospect, not a shock. Glasses, wisps. Maybe more razor wire would be a good idea. Oh, plates! Plates, plates, plates! Harasser, sex pest, and groomer. So yeah, that was, I think that was the last, or the most recent. Like, damn, that's disappointing. But again, like, not particularly shocking either. Sparklies. Yes. We are not going to do Shrine of the Mountain, by the way. I've learned my lesson. We're definitely not going to do 2 Shrines of the Mountains. Why am I going backwards? That was very strange. And how is it that we still don't have a use item? Oh my god. This is awful, and I hate it. What happened to the ancient wisp? Okay, there you are. I wish that you were not, but such is life. Hey, buddy. Oh, shit. And there's a Lemurian. What, why? What did I do to deserve this? Fuck! 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 Please, please, just stop. I mean, I'm asking so precious little. Is it done? No. No, it's not. Of course not. Why would it be done? And it got these little freaking mobile platforms trying to kill me. Why does everything want to kill me? Alright, is mostly dead? I see you. That's... You're the things that are killing me off, so you're gonna have to stop that. Are we good? Have we initialized Gucci? I just don't want these things like shooting things at me while I'm trying to open up my presents. Also, hi, right, repulsion plates. Those are totally a thing that we should be investing in. Good. Also good. Yes. More wisps? Actually, let's grab the guillotine. That might be a good idea for us long term. I'm really starting to get nervous about the video quality, just because I worry that it's gonna be broke. Although I guess that's fine for episode 404. We have video not found. Hey, Magma Worm. How's it going? The videos look fine on my end the whole time. Really? I mean, I'm glad. I'm super glad. But it's like, it's super fuzzy on my end. Unless my eyes can't see beyond 360p or something. It's a possibility. Now, I'm not saying it's a likelihood, but it's a possibility. More magma worms. Of course. Why not? Let's just have all the magma worms. Just dozens. Hundreds even. I'm dead. You fucking fuck. You fuck. You fucking... Ah! I got nothing. I got nothing. Losing that early dagger run, I think that cursed the stream. I think we've been cursed. Shattered in innumerable pieces. I'll give you innumerable pieces. Well. Well, I think I'm gonna do the drawdown on the stream. It's been a fun stream. I've had a good time. I've had a lot of fun. Um, but I was about to say, I remember the console versus PC war at its peak. One of the arguments I've seen thrown around often was the human brain can't see past 60 FPS. I've heard that. I've heard people say that. The console wars, like, they just always have been a thing. Even when I was a little kid, you had the Super Nintendo, you had the Sega Genesis, and the TurboGrafx 16. TurboGrafx 16. Oh, how the mighty fell. But I can feel a slight twinge of. I'm still on. We're doing the drawdown. But we are here for a little bit. Des, thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for getting in touch, by the way. I was asleep, unfortunately, or I would have taken you up on that call. I've got the Gmailing and the Skype. I don't have the other one that you suggested, but it was definitely appreciated to wake up to that. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Like, my brain meats are not functional. been highly dysfunctional the past couple of days. So this was good. Kind of being able to keep my head in space for the full stream. Had a fine time tonight. I had some good runs. None of them were successful, unfortunately, but did get a couple of them that were pretty darn lucky, and I like that. What is up for our schedule? Tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe Gungeon? Not sure. But it's a possibility. We haven't done Gungeon in a long time, so that might be fun to do as a bit of a change of pace. Wednesday will be the makeup stream for not doing the stream yesterday on Sunday. And then next week, Friends and Fiends, it'll be not 2020 anymore. Fuck yeah! Which also means that we will be starting Control. So next Monday is going to be Control. But just got Disney Plus for a year, so I'm off to watch stuff with the kids on it. Have a wonderful time with your Disney Plus. You can watch Tailspin. I don't know if that's on Disney Plus, but Tailspin is actually a pretty good show. It had Don Carnage, who is simply the coolest sky pirate ever. Don't fire at Will. Will is my first mate. Fire at Baloo. By fun, I mean, please don't be frustrated by the terrible frame rate. I think I can be accepting of terrible frame rate. Oh my god, Gremlins is so good. Gremlins is possibly the quintessential Christmas movie. I'm throwing that out there. It's not Die Hard, although Die Hard is an amazing film. Die Hard is very, very good. It's finely honed craftsmanship, but Gremlins takes the cake as far as Christmas movies. It does have its issues of Orientalism. It has to be said. Less so than a lot of 80s movies, surprisingly. A Honey Bunny can do Gizmo as well. A Honey Bunny loves Gremlins. Like, it's really bizarre, the degree that she loves Gremlins. I see a Gremlins encounter with Krampus. I haven't seen Krampus yet, Hive, so I can't say if it's a better Christmas movie. But it doesn't have Rockin' Ricky Rialto. I can be confident in saying that. And it's also lacking in a certain degree of Corey Feldman. Now, granted, if you want, like, your true Corey action, it's gotta be Lost Boys. Because then you've got, like, the dual Coreys. You've got Corey Haim and Corey Feldman both rocking it out. But, you know, if you can settle for the Feld, just the Feld, then, I mean, Gremlins has got you covered right there. Any movie that opens with slow motion footage of people trampling each other to buy Christmas bargains is a good Christmas movie. Isn't that Jingle All the Way? I never actually saw Jingle All the Way, but, like, I feel like that's a central conceit. I just can't buy Arnold Schwarzenegger as a non-action hero or villain. I mean, he was Mr. Freeze, so that needs to be given to him. Where's my brain? Where is my mind? I don't know. But I thank you, everyone. Thank you for dropping by, even if you only were able to drop by at the very end. Having problems setting up child accounts under family management on PS4. Set up Jacinthia as restricted to age 7. She's locked out of Lego games that are actually PG-7, and it makes no sense. Tried setting it to 10, still locked out. Mood on that one, Kronos. Definite mood on that one. Then a movie that goes on to torture a family of American characters for being Americans and terrible people is also a good Christmas movie. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll co-sign that. We could use more American caricature torture. With not so much torture porn, just torture, I think. When we get back, the High Council may very well recommend torture. Joyous days, joyous days. Yes, hi. I gotta wrap this up. Just stopped. Just my brain meats just completely stopped. Why are Peg 7 games locked out? I don't... Buttons! I am winding down, but it's so good to see you, at least for a little bit. I hope that you are very well. I hope all of you are very well. I love y'all. I don't say that enough, but I should say it more because it's true. This year's been a pretty tough year. Past couple of days have been pretty tough days. Being able to kind of have this space means an awful lot to me. I hope that you're all taking care of yourselves. I hope that you are staying as safe as possible, which I know can be fairly difficult. So, just please be safe. Please take care of yourselves physically and emotionally. That second part's important as well. And I'm gonna go buy some whiskey. That's what I'm gonna do. So, from me, Risco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you. Arigato, arigasamurata, sayonara, see you, and ciao.